Hi guys, it's Craig, a bit psycho here. I just wanted to do a little video kind of explaining how all my chiptune stuff works, just because I think there's been some confusion at shows and what's actually going on stage. So, as you can see, I use, for the most part, original Nintendo hardware. So I got a Super Nintendo just running Link to the Past there. And on my DMG Game Boy, we've got Pokemon Red. So let's take a quick look at what's going on with the Game Boy. So on the Game Boy, the mods that we've got on it is I've got a backlit IPS display here, which we can change the color of. So if it's a weird lighting on the stage, it's nice and easy to see. And we've done a mod called Pro Sound, which is essentially where we bypass the Game Boy's pretty noisy headphone amplifier. Obviously, when they made these consoles, they were never thinking we should make sure the audio is crystal clear. So if people want to use them for music, obviously that wasn't the thing. So basically, what it does is we just solder on some cables to these RCA jacks, to the basically just before it goes into the volume control potentiometer, and that bypasses all the noisy stuff. So the program I run is a ROM called LSDJ or Little Sound DJ. And we load this onto the console using flash cartridges. So this basically turns your console into a little 4-channel synth tracker. So if we'll just go to track here. So you can see there's 4 channels at the top. The first 2 are pulse channels. So these are generally where we create the melody lines. So go in and find something in here. So when you're writing music on this, you literally have to plot each note individually. It does have a lot of cool things where you can copy and paste stuff, or you just repeat the same phrases to save yourself time, and just having to sit there for hours and hours and hours plotting songs. At the moment, I have got 2 days and 5 hours total work time on my copy of LSDJ across all the different songs I've done. So yeah, you got the 2 pulse channels. You've got a wave channel, which I generally use for drums. And then we've got the 4th channel, which is the noise channel, which is literally just white noise. So we go into it. You can make some really cool stuff in the noise channel. You can do like drum sort of sounds. I haven't quite got that figured out, so I prefer just using the wave channel at the moment. But I use that to start of a new song that just came out, Your Ghost. So that's kind of it on the Game Boy sort of side of things. So we'll quickly hop over and look at the Super Nintendo. So on the Super Nintendo, I use a Super Game Boy 2 cartridge. These were a Japanese only release sort of successor to the Super Game Boy. Added features to this one, which is why I use it, is it has a link port there to connect to the Game Boy, and it also fix some of the clock issues. Little LSDJ kind of works around this anyway, but basically the Super Game Boy cartridge, the original one, runs slightly faster than an actual Game Boy, so you're not able to use it for like speedruns and stuff like that. Also can mess up music, but like I say, LSDJ has a counteract to stop the tracks running fast, basically. Again, this also has the Pro Sound mod, so I can connect some RCA cables and get direct audio out from this to the mixer. So the way we use it, because I'm using a PAL Super Nintendo, we have to use one of these to kind of bypass the region restrictions. So we put a, say because we're in the PAL region, we put a PAL copy of Zelda or any other game in the back. We then put our region locked cartridge that we're trying to play in the front one. Then we drop down to the console. What I'll do as well, I just hook all this up just because it can wobble a little bit when it's in this holder, which can disconnect it, which is a bit of a pain. And then there we go, it bypasses the region lock. There we go. And now if we connect the Game Boy to it as well. Auto green light should come on the Game Boy cartridge. There we go. That tells us is your link cable ready. I also use a wireless retrobit controller on stage just because I discovered very quickly the wired cable wasn't very good. Just obviously I have to pick up and put it down all the time. This I can just stick in my pocket. I do plan to mount it onto the base somehow, just so it's right there when I need it all the time. So now that's all connected. We hit start on the master controller, which in this case we're using the Super Nintendo, as it's got basically whichever one is controlling it, it'll then match the BPM of the second one. For whatever reason, I don't know why, in all honesty, I've got the Game Boy set to 128 BPM, which is doing the talking voice on the wave channel, and then the white noise as well. And then the Super Nintendo is handling all the melody and the drums. So if we hit start. I thought I'd do this little video to kind of explain what goes on live on stage and in the recordings. It's a bit difficult to explain it live without trying to eat too much time into the set. If you haven't already, you can check out Your Ghost now on all the streaming platforms. It was really fun to do. I got to work with Zach Victor from the Coffin Cats. Basically, I recorded everything here in Scotland, emailed it over to him. He did all the mixing, and then we sent it to Rene Garcia of The Brains, and he mastered it. So it's really cool that he got to work on it, some like massive psychobilly heavyweights. But yeah, thanks for checking out the video. Hope to see you at a gig sometime.
Of his car, I dumped that miserable motherfucker in the deepest loch.